6.2 is ungrouped data. Let's label that as UG. So whenever you see ungrouped data, just write down UG so that you will know what formula to use in order to solve for the data that you got. The first thing that you need to do whenever you got ungrouped data is to rearrange your data from smallest to biggest. That's the first thing that you need to do before you do anything else. And in this subtopic, here are all the things that you will learn in 6.2. The first one is mean. And to find mean, you can use the summation of all your data, which is x. That's why we have sum of x. And then you're going to divide by the total number of your data, which is n. Or the other formula is to use the summation of fx divided by n. So note that this means time. F times with x. It is different from f bracket x. This one means function, and it is not the same as fx here. So we can denote the total number of data as n, and it is actually the same as the summation of all frequencies, which is sum of f. Next, we have mode, where mode is the value x with the highest frequency. So just find the data that has the highest frequency, and that data will become your mode. For median, quartiles, and percentile, all these three will use the same formula, which is this one. So you're gonna write down pk equal to k over 100 times with your total data, and we want to find the position of that data. So here is observation. So pk means k over 100 times n's observation. If you do this formula and you got your whole number, you need to do the next step where you need to get the mean of that data and the next data. So you're gonna do the n's data, and then you're gonna add it with the next data afterward before you divide it by 2. But if you do this formula and then you get a decimal, you need to round up to get a new data. So the keyword here is round up, not round off. You always need to round up. So for example, if you get 1.1 data, since this is a decimal, you need to round up. So slightly bigger than 1.1 is 2. So the next data is the second data. Afterwards, you learn about skewness. And for ungrouped data, you learn two types of skewness. The first one is stem and leaf diagram. The second one is called box and whisker plot. And lastly, we have variance and standard deviation. Let's start with mean, mode, median, quartiles, and percentiles. And for example 2, we are given this table where it says a survey is conducted on the number of vehicles owned by 40 families. So 40 families mean the total number of data. Therefore, your n, or the sum of frequency, is 40. And for the number of vehicles, this will be your data x. So as you can see in the table, for x, the values are from 0 until 6. And f here means frequency. So for this question, we need to find the mean and the mode. To find mean, we can either use sum of x divided by n or the summation of fx divided by n. Since here we have the frequency f, therefore we'll be using the second formula. And to get this value, you need to find fx first, and then you're gonna combine all together to get the summation. So fx means you're gonna times x with f. So to find sum of fx, you're gonna add all of these together. And you will get 124. For n, we can see that n is 40, and thus mean is 3.1. Now, say that it is not given to you that we have a total of 40 families, okay? So how do we find n? Since n is the summation of f, you can add all of f together to get n, which is 40 right here. So you can use the summation of f to get the value of n. Next, we need to find mode, where mode is the value x with the highest frequency, and the highest frequency is this one. Therefore, since this is the highest frequency, the mode will be this value x, which is 3,